Why do 87% of people freeze up after messing up in front of others? Think about it. You're standing in front of a crowd, maybe it's your classmates, your coworkers, or even just a group of friends. You're about to say something, perform, or share an idea. Suddenly, you stumble. Maybe you forget your words, your voice cracks, or you make a mistake that everyone notices. In that split second, your heart races, your mind goes blank, and you feel like you want to disappear. Why does this happen to so many of us? Why do we freeze, get embarrassed, or even panic when things don't go as planned in front of others? It's not just stage fright, it's a deep human reaction to the fear of judgment, of not being perfect, of letting others down. But what if I told you that this moment, the moment you think you've messed up, is actually a golden opportunity? What if you could flip every oops into a win, just like jazz greats? Imagine if instead of shrinking away from mistakes, you could turn them into something amazing, something that actually makes you stand out in a good way. Jazz musicians do this all the time. They hit a wrong note, and instead of stopping or apologizing, they turn it into part of the music. They smile, they keep playing, and sometimes that mistake becomes the highlight of the performance. What if you could do that in your own life? What if every awkward moment, every slip-up, every oops could become a chance to shine, to connect, to create something new? Today, you'll learn the yes and move that rewires awkward fails into relationship gold. This isn't just a trick for performers or musicians, it's a mindset, a way of living that can transform your relationships, your work, and even how you see yourself. The yes and move is about accepting what happens, no matter how unexpected or uncomfortable, and building on it. It's about saying, okay, that happened, now what can I do with it? Instead of shutting down or getting defensive, you open up, you add something positive, and you invite others to join you. This is how you turn awkward fails into moments of connection, laughter, and even magic. Picture it, 1960s Germany. Miles Davis is tearing up the trumpet on stage. Suddenly, Herbie Hancock, his pianist, slams a chord so wrong, even he wants to vanish. The audience hears it. The band hears it. Herbie's heart probably skips a beat. In that moment, he could have panicked, stopped playing, or tried to cover it up. But that's not what happened. This story is legendary in the world of jazz, not because of the mistake, but because of what happened next. Imagine the pressure. You're playing with one of the greatest musicians of all time, in front of a live audience, and you make a mistake that echoes through the hall. Most of us would freeze, maybe even wish we could rewind time. But in jazz, mistakes are just part of the music. They're not the end, they're the beginning of something new. Instead of meltdown mode, Miles pauses, then plays notes that make the mistake sound legendary. No drama, just next level cool. Miles doesn't glare at Herbie, he doesn't stop the show, he doesn't even flinch. He listens. He takes that wrong chord and responds with his trumpet, weaving new notes around it, turning it into something beautiful. The audience doesn't hear a mistake, they hear innovation, creativity, and confidence. That's the power of yes and. It's not about pretending the mistake didn't happen. It's about embracing it, owning it, and making it part of the story. This is a lesson not just for musicians, but for all of us. When life throws you a curveball, when you mess up in front of others, you have a choice. You can freeze, or you can play on. You can let the moment define you, or you can define the moment. Here's the secret: yes, and. It's the golden rule from improv comedy and jazz. In improv, the rule is simple. Whatever your partner says or does, you accept it. Yes. And then you add something of your own. And. This keeps the scene moving, keeps everyone engaged, and often leads to hilarious, unexpected moments. In jazz, it's the same. Musicians listen to each other, respond in real time, and build on whatever happens, even the mistakes. This is what makes jazz and improv so exciting, so alive. But here's the thing, you don't have to be a comedian or a musician to use this rule. You can use it in your everyday life, in your conversations, your relationships, your work. It's a way of saying, I'm here, I'm listening, and I'm ready to build something with you. Think of it like life's ultimate meme. Oops? Yes. And watch this. Imagine you're at a party, and you spill your drink. Instead of getting embarrassed or apologizing over and over, you laugh, grab some napkins, and maybe even start a funny story about the time you spilled something in an even more ridiculous way. Suddenly people are laughing with you, not at you. You've turned an awkward moment into a shared experience. That's the magic of yes and. It's about rolling with the punches, finding the humor, and inviting others to join you in the moment. Life is full of oops moments. The question is, what do you do next? Do you shrink away, or do you say yes and let's see where this goes? We improvise every day. Awkward meetings, surprise quizzes, your friend randomly calls you dad. Think about all the times you've had to think on your feet. Your boss asks you a question you weren't expecting. Your teacher throws a pop quiz. Your friend makes a joke at your expense. These are all moments of improv. You can't script them, you can't plan for them, but you can choose how you respond. The yes and mindset helps you stay flexible, creative, and open to whatever comes your way. It's about saying, okay, this is happening, how can I make the best of it? Even in the most unexpected situations, you have the power to turn things around, to create connection, and to have a little fun along the way. Most people panic or deny, cue arguments, power moves, or that meme of grandma on a pony. When things go wrong, our first instinct is often to defend ourselves, to blame someone else, or to pretend it didn't happen. This just creates more tension, more conflict, and more awkwardness. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. But what if, instead, you accepted what happened and added something positive? What if you turned the mistake into a moment of connection, a chance to show your sense of humor, your creativity, or your kindness? Even the most ridiculous situations, like grandma riding a pony at a family reunion, can become legendary stories if you embrace them with a yes and attitude. But if you accept what's in front of you, yes, and add something positive, suddenly, you're building connection, not chaos. This is true in every area of life, at work, at home, with friends, even with strangers. When you say yes and, you're saying, I see you, I hear you, and I'm willing to work with you. You're not just reacting, you're creating. You're turning potential conflict into collaboration, awkwardness into laughter, and mistakes into memories. The next time you find yourself in a tough spot, try it. Accept what's happening, add something positive, and watch how people respond. You might be surprised at how quickly things turn around. Denying reality is like trying to edit someone else's TikTok in real time. Frustrating and pointless. You can't control everything that happens, and you can't rewrite the past. The more you try to fight reality, the more stuck you feel. It's like trying to change a video that's already gone viral. You can't do it, and you just end up feeling frustrated. But when you accept what's happening, you free yourself to respond creatively. You stop wasting energy on what you can't change, and you start focusing on what you can do next. This is the heart of the yes and mindset. Accepting reality, and then building on it. Instead, empty your ego, stay present, and actually listen. When you let go of the need to be perfect, to always be right, or to control every outcome, you open yourself up to new possibilities. You become more present, more attentive, and more connected to the people around you. Listening is a superpower. It's how you pick up on what's really happening, how you find opportunities to add value, and how you build trust. In improv and jazz, listening is everything. The best performers aren't just focused on themselves, they're tuned into the whole group, ready to respond to whatever comes their way. In life, the same rule applies. The more you listen, the more you can contribute, and the more you can turn any situation into something special. That's when you get group mind, flow, peace, and sometimes, real magic. When everyone is saying yes and, you create a sense of harmony, of being in sync, ideas flow, conversations deepen, and even challenges become opportunities for growth. This is what psychologists call group flow, a state where everyone is fully engaged, fully present, and working together effortlessly. It's rare, but when it happens, it feels amazing. You lose track of time, you feel connected, and you create things you never could have on your own. Whether you're playing music, working on a project, or just hanging out with friends, the yes and mindset can help you tap into this magic. So here's your challenge. Try a yes and day. For one day, make a conscious effort to accept whatever comes your way and add something positive. If someone makes a mistake, instead of pointing it out or getting annoyed, build on it. If plans change unexpectedly, go with the flow and see what new opportunities arise. If you mess up, own it, laugh about it, and invite others to join you in finding a creative solution. You might be surprised at how much more fun, productive, and connected your day becomes. This isn't about being fake or pretending everything is perfect. It's about being real, being present, and being willing to make the best of whatever happens. Accept what comes. Add a supportive move. Watch your relationships upgrade instantly. When you practice yes and, you become someone people want to be around. You're supportive, creative, and fun. You help others feel seen and heard, and you inspire them to do the same. Over time, this builds trust, deepens relationships, and creates a positive ripple effect in your life. Even small gestures, a smile, a joke, a word of encouragement, can make a big difference. The more you practice, the easier it gets, and the more natural it feels. Drop a comment with your wildest yes and story. Have you ever turned a mistake into a win? Did you ever find yourself in an awkward situation that ended up being hilarious or meaningful because you rolled with it? Share your story in the comments. Let's inspire each other to embrace the yes and mindset and see how many amazing moments we can create together. Your story might just be the encouragement someone else needs to try it for themselves. Smash like, subscribe, and remember, life isn't a script, it's an improv jam. Every day is a new scene, a new song, a new chance to say yes and. So go out there, embrace the unexpected, and make some magic. Whether you're on stage, at work, or just living your life, remember, the best moments often come from the wrong notes. It's not about avoiding mistakes, it's about turning them into music. Thanks for watching, and keep jamming.